Yo, what up guys, Rovi here, and I just have a tutorial for you guys on how to do the Gaussian Blur. I at least think that's how it's pronounced, but it's sort of like a transition. Some editors do. I do it on like opening cinematics, and I know Agony does it as a transition between some clips and some of his edits. I think it was in Closure 2, I believe, on some of them. But anyways, it's a pretty simple effect. So let's just get started. So what I do is I first have to take two clips and then hold control and click and then go down to disable resample. I've already done that. And then I got rid of those black lines on the top and right side like I talked about in my last video. Well, I think at least that was my last. Anyways, what you do is you basically just go to an effect called Gaussian Blur, and I already have like a pre-custom one made, but it's believe it's just I took a light blur and I changed the number from 0.1 to 0.02 for both. And yeah, that's the one I use. But the trick to this one is keyframing, because if you want to add like a transition, I usually don't do it on the very first one. I just do it like on the very first cinematic. I usually just do it on like the transition between the rest and like the ending one, I believe. So I find the end where I want to be. Like I just look on here. I don't really need to look at that. So I kind of find where I want it to start, and then I will click. Actually, I'm not going to click anything. You change these to 0, and it will create new keyframes, as you can see right here and here. And I want to delete the original ones so that it doesn't become blurry, then like non, and then blurry again. You're going to be doing that in the next one, but not the first one. So you don't want to have anything at the beginning of the first clip or cinematic, whatever. So you have this one set at 0, and then you want to go to the end, so just click that and drag it all the way to the end. And then, like I said earlier, just change that to 2 for both, and that gives it a kind of a nice blurry effect. You can't see right now because it's on the next clip, but if I go back a frame, it's blurry. Kind of might be hard to see, but it looks really nice. And then, so after you're done with that, you can either save it as a preset, just name it like custom or whatever I did, and click save, and then whenever you look down, it'll be saved there. Sometimes I have this saved as 0.025, but I always change it to 0.02 because I think it's like not as strong looking. So after that one's done, you go to the next one, and after you saved it, you can just go back and drag it straight on, and then you click animate on both, and now you can keyframe. So gotta change this shit again. Anyway, so now that that's done, what you need to do is you want to see how far you want the first one to drag out. I'd say, I don't know, I usually have mine probably about this long, and then we'll move that for you. You can either move this or move this one, it doesn't really matter. Just highlight both, change them both to 0, and then it will slowly fade out. I always adjust it. I always like preview it and adjust it. So, and now say you have like a third clip in here. I don't, but say you do. You just go to the part that you want it to start again, and then if it's at 0, you can click new keyframe. See, it doesn't work because you didn't really change the keyframe. So what you kind of have to do is, I don't know, I kind of mess around with this, and I just always change these back to 0. Then I try clicking new keyframe and just creates them for me. And so now that's at 0 again, and then I just drag it to the end and I change that to 0.02. And just make sure these are still set. And there you go. That's basically all you have to do. I mean, it's kind of like a tedious process, But once you have maybe like 5 in there and you do it on everyone, it looks really nice. Yeah, I kind of slowed down. I just threw the clip in here. When I was recording, I kind of messed up, so that's why it's a little choppy. But I did this in the NS1K team Taj if you guys want to see how I did it or what it looks like when it's done. But yeah, it looks really nice in Epic Rock edits or a lot of other edits as well. I'm just saying Epic Rock because that's what I do the most, but it's definitely a good effect to use, and yeah, it's pretty simple. Once you get the hang of it, you can do it at a really fast pace. It just takes a little bit, but that's about it. It's been Revy, and I'm out. Peace.